Imagine a building that contained all human knowledge, every scientific discovery, every philosophical text, every story ever written. That was the Library of Alexandria, and then it vanished. What happened to the greatest library in ancient history? The truth might surprise you. Founded around 300 BCE in Alexandria, Egypt. The library wasn't just a building, it was the intellectual heart of the ancient world. Scholars estimate it held between 400,000 to 700,000 scrolls. Works by Aristotle, Plato, Euclid, and countless others. Mathematics, astronomy, medicine, literature. All preserved on papyrus scrolls. The library employed scribes to copy every book that entered Alexandria's port. If a ship arrived with texts, they were seized, copied, and the originals kept for the library. The copies were returned to the owners. It was aggressive knowledge acquisition. The destruction wasn't a single dramatic event. It was death by 1,000 cuts. The first major damage came in 48 BCE during Julius Caesar's civil war. Caesar set fire to Egyptian ships. In Alexandria's harbor, the fire spread to nearby warehouses that stored scrolls intended for the library. Ancient sources disagree on how much was lost. Some say it was catastrophic. Others claim only the warehouse burned, not the main library. Either way, valuable knowledge was destroyed, but the library survived this incident. It continued operating, though diminished, for several more centuries. The real killer was neglect and changing times. As the Roman Empire took control, funding for the library decreased. Scholars left for other cities. The culture of learning that had made Alexandria special began to fade. In 272, the Emperor Aurelian's forces damaged much of the city during a rebellion, including areas near the library. More scrolls were lost. By the time Christianity became Rome's official religion in the 4th century, pagan texts were seen as dangerous. The library, filled with pre-Christian knowledge, became a target. In 391 CE, the Serapeum, a temple that housed part of the library's collection, was destroyed by a Christian mob. Thousands more scrolls burned. By the 7th century, what remained was a shadow of its former glory. When Arab forces conquered Alexandria in 641 CE, they found little worth mentioning. The popular story that the Arab general burned the scrolls to heat bathhouses is almost certainly false. By that time, there was barely anything left to burn. The Library of Alexandria didn't die in a single fire. It died slowly, over 700 years, from war, neglect, religious intolerance, and changing political priorities. Each emperor, each conqueror, each religious movement chipped away at it, until nothing remained. We'll never know exactly what knowledge died with the library. Lost were treatises by Aristotle that we only know from references. Advanced astronomical calculations, medical techniques, entire histories of ancient civilizations. Some scholars believe we lost centuries of scientific progress. Imagine how different our world might be. If that knowledge had survived, the library stands as a warning. Knowledge is fragile.